Okay. I have started the recording as well. Thank you for mentioning. S- Yes. So whenever we have to build any such resource, we use IAC tools, and Terraform is widely used tool in the industry right now, and it will be used um, like it will be in market for a very long time. So there are other tools as well. Like if we specifically talk about Azure, then we have ARM templates. We do have Bicep. We do have OpenTofu is again open source, not strictly to Azure, but ARM and Bicep are strictly to Azure. Like you can create the Azure resource. But why do we use Terraform in that case? Like if we do have ARM and Bicep in place, so Terraform is basically platform independent. So you can create resources using Terraform for any cloud, whether it is AWS, where it is GCP, where it is Oracle Cloud. You can create the resources using Terraform. Uh, few format and things will change, but yes, you can use Terraform. So that's why Terraform is widely used. Okay. And in few countries, government enforce like you cannot go with a single cloud, so you have to go with multiple clouds. So those kind of industry, for sure they use Terraform, so that they have a similar kind of code for different clouds, and they can create the resources. We'll discuss this thing going further. I know it might be confusing for few people, like what kind of what a resource is, and why do we need to spin it up, and like what we will do with creating the resource using code, if we can create it manually. This curriculum will clear all of your doubts regarding this. Okay. So the first thing first, let's start with you know uh, installing the Terraform. So how you can install Terraform is, let me share my screen and I'll show you. Just let me know if you can see my screen. I've already started sharing.
Yeah, visible.
Yeah. So if you are using a Windows machine, then you can search on Google, install Terraform. Okay, and you will see this first website from HashiCorp, and from here you can download the binary for Windows, depending upon your architecture, whether it's a 32-bit system or a 64-bit system. If it is a 32-bit system, like which might not be the case because it is not available anymore. But yeah, if you have, then you can download this 386 version. Else, you can download this ARM or AMD 64, depending on your uh, OS. Okay, and then you click on download. Just a moment, just give me a moment. While I started sharing my screen, my mouse stopped working. It's not functioning properly. Just a moment. Okay, just give me a moment. I will rejoin. Okay.
Okay. So guys, in between Virati is joining back. So if you see the Terraform, so Terraform is the one of the step. So Terraform, whenever you are going to start any of the project, First, you have to build the infrastructure. For example, suppose you're working as a data engineer, you are planning to use the Databricks. Maybe in your Databricks solution, you're going to use the Databricks storage account, Azure function, logic app, app service, API management, and some other security services you're planning to use. How exactly all these will be designed? These will be designed through the Terraform. Remember, nowadays, none of the companies are designing the infrastructure manually. If you're planning to design the infrastructure manually, there's a huge risk. So, in real-time situation, everything is managed through the Terraform or such type of platform. Example, initially there was a product available from Microsoft was called as the ARM template, which is also called the ARM template or ARM template. But nowadays, it's almost under the retirement phase. The replacement is available from Microsoft side, which is called the Bicep. So, but the problem with the Bicep, or you can say the limitation with the Bicep is you guys can use the Bicep with the Azure only. If you're planning to use any other cloud, so you cannot. In that case, you cannot use. Here, the Terraform will come in the picture. Here, we don't have such limitation that you will use only with Azure. In case you want to use any other cloud, with any other cloud, technically it is possible. And that's why this is very much popular. And the best part with the Terraform is the very first time, it will take some time to build your project. But once your project is ready, the same source code can reuse multiple times in a new projects also. So similarly, if you are going to work as a infrastructure engineer, means admin, software engineer, in all these cases, in all these type of project, the project will start from here. So once you're planning to start the projects, to prepare the infrastructure or to configure the cloud infrastructure, you have to configure the Terraform in your local machine. Whenever you configure the Terraform in your local machine, you have to connect to the Azure portal. And this is, as you know, this is the configuration-based platform. So you have to configure or you have to write some script. With the help of this script, you'll be able to the Azure portal. And whenever going forward in future, you are compiling or you are building the source code, your infrastructure will be spin up. Similarly, once your infrastructure is ready, then developers will start the development. Means whatever the pipeline you're planning to design, just design the pipeline. Or in case you're planning to build a website, so build a website. If everything is done, suppose you're planning to check in your source code, means whatever the infrastructure ready, infrastructure will be also checked in. Means infrastructure source code also be checked in GitHub. Apart from it, whatever the code you are writing, that also we have to store somewhere in GitHub. Suppose our development is completed. Now we are planning to move our entire source code, including infrastructure. Means we have to move entire infrastructure from lower to upper environment. Whenever I'm saying lower to upper environment, in real-time situation, there'll be minimum 3 to 4 environment. Like dev is the environment where normally you are doing your development activities. In between it is going on, maybe you apply to release the product but in phases or module by module. So what you can do, you need another platform like UAT platform, SIT platform, or production environment. So ultimately your final code will be deployed on top of production. But before that, the testing is required, SIT is required. So in that case, whatever the infrastructure you have prepared in developing environment, same infrastructure you have to move or you have to replicate one more time in the environment. Remember, whenever I'm talking about these environments, in most of the cases, the environment will be available in the same subscription. In some of the cases, maybe your environment will be available in a different subscription also.
Voice is not clear, I think. Arun sir.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Amrut?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In between, where is that?
Yeah. I'm so sorry. There was some glitch with my laptop. I got it fixed. So it is fine now. So Raja, you were saying something if you complete, I'll
No,
start.
you can continue. You can continue from here.
Okay, perfect. So, the first thing first, we were discussing about installing Terraform. So, to install Terraform, you have to go to this HashiCorp website, and based on your operating system, you can choose your operating system from here. So, mostly people will be using Windows and Mac OS. So, we can go over here. We can select our operating system, and we can select our architecture, whether it's ARM64, AMD64, or 32-bit system. And accordingly, we can click on download. Once it is downloaded, so we can navigate to the folder. It will be in a zip file. So we have to unzip it, and after unzipping, whatever file we get, we can keep it in our C drive. We don't have to install it actually. Okay, so you will see, you'll get this folder. So there will be two files, license.txt and terraform.exe. So you can copy this file and keep it in your C drive. Okay, and we'll see. We'll troubleshoot if this is not working. But yes, parallelly you can do this while we are discussing. Okay. So any confusion, anyone till here?
I guess your screen is freeze.
Sorry, my screen is not visible.
No, it's visible, but it freeze.
No. Okay, still freeze.
Yes.
Okay, is it freeze for everyone or?
We're not
So
able to see nothing.
I can see the HashiCorp website.
But after that C drive, nothing is able to see.
C drive. I don't have C drive. I am using a Mac OS, so I won't be able to navigate to C drive. So you can paste it in your C drive, and we'll discuss it later. Okay.
So what we can do, maybe Bhanu, Ritvik, or someone else, one of the person can share the screen, and we can help you to how to.
Yeah.
So Gaurav, Ritvik, Naveen, anyone want to share your screen?
Sir, I'm using the Mac operating right as of now.
Mac is also okay. Bhanu, Ritvik, anyone, please share your screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone with a Windows operating system.
Bhanu, you can share.
Okay. Is it visible?
Yeah, open a new tab.
Yes. Search for install Terraform or download Terraform. Yeah, anything will do. Yes. So in the Windows, you can download AMD A64 or ARM64. Okay, and okay, it's still down. Uh, it's still downloading. Yeah, it's done now. So you can navigate to this folder. You can copy this Terraform. You don't have to run it. You just copy it. Control C.
Yeah, done.
Okay, and go to your C drive. And yeah, you can put it here, or you can put it under program files. Put it under program files.
Any of them?
Program files. Yeah, you can put it over here. Click on continue. Okay, and now you start your this any terminal, shell, PowerShell. Yes. And can you write here Terraform space hyphen version? Terra. FORM. Terraform.
No.
No, you missed one A. Terra.
Okay.
It won't go like that. Yes, you have to use your and space hyphen dash that minus version VRSIUN. Click on enter. Okay, so it says Terraform is not recognized. So why it happens? How we might need to add it in the path in environment variables. So uh, leave it as it is and click on start menu and go to environment variables. Yes, edit the system environment variables. Click on that. So click on environment variables, which you see below. Yes, and click on the path and double click on it. Okay, and click on new. Click on browse and you give the C drive. Programming files. C programming files. Expand your this PC, then expand your C and click on program files and click on OK. And click on OK again. And click on OK again. So this environment is set for your user. If you want to set for system, then there was an option below system variables. Okay, so it's fine. If you have set it for your user as well, it will work. Click on OK and you restart your PowerShell and try again the same command. So there is already a PowerShell open. You have to close it first. Space hyphen version. Okay, see, it says executable is not a valid application for this OS platform. So what happened? Your variable is set, but the executable that you have downloaded, it's not for you. So you go to the website again and download the AMD 64 variant. Yeah, yeah, this AMD 64 variant one. So, guys, I am assuming every one of us is doing this at the backend. You can copy this and go to C drive program files again. Delete the existing one and put this one.
Okay.
No, not here, not here. You're in downloads right now. In your C drive program files, you find for Terraform. Yes, you can delete this. And paste the new. And you have to restart the PowerShell again. To restart the PowerShell, you minimize this. I'll tell you. You go to your shell. Yeah, click on that. So click on new window, new tab, basically. Yes, and close the previous one. Yeah, and it should work. Now try Terraform version. See, so Terraform is installed on your computer now. Okay, so you can see the version. So everyone using Windows operating system should be able to do this. Okay. Any confusion, anyone?
So I'll suggest all of you to try right away. Ritvik, Naveen, Santosh, if any of you are facing any issue related to installation, then please unmute.
So is it the same for Mac?
No, I will share it for Mac. So stop sharing your screen and I will share my screen. I'll show you how to do it for Mac. So there is a different way to do it in the Mac. Okay. Again, let me know if you can see my screen.
For Windows, I need to go to AMR template, then program files, right? I need to give the
Yes, you have to paste it in your program files. You can paste
yeah,
it anywhere, it's fine, but you have to add the environment variable for that path.
If
yeah,
you want,
added, but
you can share your screen. Please share your screen will help you here.
yeah, sure.
Remember, this is a very important step. If you are unable to configure it, then you cannot start the implementation. It's mandatory. Naveen, can you please go on mute? Naveen, we are getting background noise. Okay, thank you.
Can I share my screen once?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
please.
please go ahead.
One
Uh,
second.
m- yeah, meanwhile, he's sharing the screen. Ritik, I am pasting a few commands in the chat. You open the terminal in your Mac and start writing these commands and click on enter. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Ritik,
I'm sharing. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah, now I just went and copied here Terraform.
Mhm.
Okay. Then I went to edit environmental variables. Then
Yeah,
this
path.
got add, yeah, path.
Mm,
Then it got added Synchron program files.
mhm. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now I came to PowerShell. And I'm giving Terraform, Terraform. Oh, then I need to download
Yeah,
other one. Maybe
download the other one. Yes.
yeah, do that one second.
Okay. So, Ritik, can you share your screen quickly?
So this time I need to download the AMD 64, maybe, right?
Yeah. So last time you have downloaded ARM64.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead with AMD64, and most of the computer today compatible with AMD64 only.
Sir, is it visible?
Yes, it is visible. Mm, but it's blurry.
Blur. Everything is blur.
Okay. Show it to me. The terminal. It's fine. I will figure it out. No worries. It's because of the internet connection, I believe. No worries. You go to your terminal. Uh, yes. Okay. And paste the command which I have pasted in the chat.
This time I need to go and open Terraform.
Oh, you don't need to open anything. You just open the command which I have pasted in the chat.
Yeah, it got installed. Now what I need to do?
Okay. After that, I will give you a different command.
It's not the thing that I need to supposed to do that.
N- Uh, which one? No, no, no. I'm pasting the commands in the chat. So the first command you have already run, right? You have
No. First command I didn't run. Now I need to run the first one.
mhm,
Okay.
yes. So first, I'll tell you how it will get installed in your Mac OS. So for a Mac OS, there are different repositories. Okay.
No, Windows I'm using. Windows one.
Okay, Windows one. Yeah. So Terraform version you are able to see, Amrita.
Yes, yeah. Now I'm
Okay.
able to see the version.
Okay, then it's fine. It's installed. And Ritik, what about you?
Yes, sir. I just pasted.
Okay, you so what's the output it is showing? So once this the second command is also executed, then I'll give you a third command which you have to run. So what's happening with the Mac is this is a good information for everyone because if you are trying to install as a DevOps engineer, you might have to install few things in a Linux-based operating system, and this is the same way how you will install it in a Linux. There's a bit difference, but yeah, almost same. So first of all, there are different repositories for Mac OS, Linux, and for Windows as well. For Windows, there is Chocolatey, and there are other repositories. For Mac, there is Homebrew. Chocolatey also works with Mac. Okay, so first of all, what we did is we installed Chocolatey in his machine. Sorry, we installed Homebrew in his machine, so that from that repository we'll download the HashiCorp Terraform. The second command which I wrote is brew tab HashiCorp tab. So it means we will be downloading the this HashiCorp thing, and then the third command is installation. So we'll be installing using the third one. Okay. So once the installation is complete, Ritik,
Okay.
so once the installation is complete, Ritik, you let me know, and you can
Yes, sir.
share your screen, Ritik. Okay, that's fine.
Is it visible?
It's visible, but it's blurry. It's okay. So have you installed it, or there's some error?
Command note found brew.
So first line, first command bin bash. Have you run that?
Yes, this one. Brew tap Hershey go tap.
No, no, no. Before
This one.
that, I have pasted one command.
Sir, I do not get that one.
I will
Where
paste
it
it
is?
once again. I'll paste it once again. Okay. So this one I have pasted once again.
This one, sir.
You don't have to click on it. You copy it from bin. No, not this one. Complete from slash bin
Okay,
bash.
okay, okay,
Complete.
okay, okay.
No, not from here. You don't need to copy this. You don't need to copy this. You minimize
Uh,
this. Yeah, minimize your Safari.
okay.
You go
So
back to
copy
the
it.
chat. No, no, you go back to chat.
Okay.
I'll tell you. Go
Yes,
back
sir.
to chat. Yeah, you copy this from slash bin bash. You copy everything.
From slash this one.
No. The message which I have sent.
Okay, okay.
Copy it. So copy everything, including that URL as well. Copy everything.
Okay, okay. Right, sir?
Yes. Do Command C and paste it over here. Yeah,
Right.
and you press enter.
Yes, sir. Checking
Okay,
for sudo access.
you have to enter your password. It will not be visible on the screen. Nothing will be visible. So you just enter and
Yes.
press enter,
Yes, sir. I entered it.
and again press enter. Yes. Now it started installing Homebrew on your computer. It will take less than 30 seconds to install.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, I think it's done, sir.
No, it's still doing. So it's
Okay.
downloading the. It will take some 30 seconds. Okay. Still downloading. Command line tools for Xcode. So meanwhile, everyone have installed it, or anyone is facing any issue?
Yeah, installed.
Okay, perfect.
Naveen, Santosh, Vivek, anyone?
I think I can able to install. I can see version of Terraform.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so meanwhile, this is getting installed in Ritik's computer. So
Yes, sir.
let's discuss more on like what is Terraform and why do we use Terraform.
Yes,
So
sir.
generally, Terraform uh, came during like late 2018-19 time, and after it started, of the enterprise started using it very broadly. So it is an open source tool. It means no one it's free, available for free, though it has few licenses, but yes, you can use it for free, even for your enterprise application. So you can start with Terraform. You can write down the code to deploy the resources in any cloud. So suppose we would be focusing more on Azure. So suppose you are setting up a environment, a server, for your application hosting, or maybe for your data purpose. Uh, okay, so you have to set up the environment. So set up the environment means you will deploy the Databricks, you will deploy the clusters inside the Databricks, you will deploy virtual networks, you will deploy firewalls. So if there are a lot of things, lot of components which get deployed. Okay, so all these components you can write it in a code and deploy it using the Terraform, rather than going ahead to Azure portal and creating the resources manually, which is always a problematic thing to do. Okay, and also in Azure UI or any cloud's UI, not everything is available. There are few things which are hidden, which you can only unlock while you are deploying it through some code. So either it's a command line interface, Terraform, or something else. So there is a one important information to know. Some time ago, this Terraform thing, this HashiCorp thing completely, it got acquired by IBM. Previously, it used to be with HashiCorp, but now it is IBM. So till today, it's open source. Arun, you are saying something?
No, I think he's not on mute.
Uh, okay, no worries. So yes, so like Earlier it used to be with HashiCorp Corporation. Now it is with IBM. IBM has not changed the name; it still shows HashiCorp only. But you see, IBM can impose the license mm, going at a later stage. But right now it's open source and enterprises are using it. Okay, this is a good information to know. This interviewer might ask, but yeah, this is not a very relevant question for today. Okay, and again, so I have used this word infrastructure as code. So what is this infrastructure as code? Okay, so uh, have you ever seen any architecture diagram before? Any one of you, or any one of you know what is an architecture diagram is?
Yes, Virat.
Okay, perfect. So, Ritik, I would request you to do it in the background, okay, and then run the commands which I have already written, and you can stop sharing your screen. I'll start sharing my screen. Thank you. So, what happens is, like you are a DevOps engineer, so your thing will be to deploy the resources. Okay. Now there will be someone who will give you the infrastructure document. Okay. Like what you need to deploy. So everything you cannot do. So there would be people in your team who will give you the details, like, hey, please go ahead and deploy these things. Then you have to deploy those things using Terraform. Okay, I will show you one sample diagram. Just a moment. So this is a landing zone infrastructure diagram, which is hmm, which is given by Microsoft. So these are the diagrams which we need to deploy. Okay, I know it might be overwhelming for us to see this on day one. Don't worry about it. By the end of the curriculum, you will be able to understand each and everything what it is. Okay. Now, if you see this subscription, every one of us understand what is a subscription, right? So let's see this part. So for a minimalistic application deployment, we need to deploy these things, these many things. We need key vault, we need storages, we need some backups, we need log analytics workspace for the monitoring. Okay, and other application component if we have, then we need DNS domain name services, we need NSGs, network security groups, we need UDRs, user defined routes, we need virtual network. Okay, then we need database, it could be any database, we need load balancers. Okay, so for a minimum application we need to deploy these things. Okay, now if I ask you to go ahead and deploy this thing manually means go to Azure portal and deploy all of these things, then how would you go ahead and deploy? It will take a lot of time for you. It might take a whole day for you to go ahead and deploy. But for the same thing, if I do have the code available, then it will take me like to start the deployment it will take me 5 minutes, and to deploy it completely it will take some time, depending on how much time Azure takes to deploy that resource. Few resource like a virtual machine can be deployed in 2 minutes, and few resource like SQL MI managed instance, it can take 4 or 5 hours as well. Okay, so it depends. But yes, to start the deployment, the human intervention, it will take 5 minutes for you only once the code is written. So that's why you write the code. Because suppose today I created this infrastructure, okay, manually, suppose, and tomorrow, my first time when I'm creating this, obviously I will create a dev environment, right? Now I want to go to QA, quality analysis, or acceptance testing environment, or the production environment, pre-production environment. Then I have again to deploy this thing again and again, which takes a lot of time. Okay, and it will not be accurate. So that's why we write the code. Okay, so this code thing is called infrastructure as a code. Okay, now when I say code again and again, it's not like a programming language, okay, that we use in Java, C++. No, we are not discussing that. Okay, it's a like very understandable language that we write. Okay, and you will understand everything, how we write it, how we get the reference, everything. Okay, any question, any doubts, anyone till here? Ah, yes, Banu.
Basically, what I understand Terraform is we use it for faster the process of deployment of the resources and prevents errors.
Yes, faster is one aspect of it. Prevention of error, it's a major aspect of it. To we want to uh, we don't want the error to happen. That's why we use IACs. Then we can do the version control, we can do automation, and like we can do repeatability. Suppose something happens, or the customer want similar kind of setup for their other application, then they have the code ready. They can create the infrastructure in like next 30 minutes, or like let's take one day, okay, using IAC. But if there was no IAC, then it would have taken like 30 days or a month to create this kind of
Yeah,
infrastructure.
we can easily forget the configuration what we
Exactly.
made previously.
Yes, exactly. So we can copy the code and we can change this. So we can make the slight changes like VM size. Suppose we want a different VM size. So just we have to make a single line change. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
We'll change the variable and go ahead and deploy it. Okay. So that is why IAC is used. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other question, anyone?
So I'll give you an example. Suppose, guys, you're working for a customer and it's a BPO based customer. So there are thousands or maybe 10, 20 thousands users are active at a time. What you have to do, you have to prepare the environment for them. Just think, you have to create a 10,000, 20,000, or you have to create maybe 100,000 resources. Do you think you can create it manually? Just think, suppose you have to create 10,000 machine, you have to create hundreds of databases, hundreds of website, multiple storage account, thousands of container, means thousands of resources you have to create. Or you are planning to perform any bulk operation, or you are planning to make some configuration of the changes in single move for all the resources. Suppose there's one property you are planning to change for all 10,000 machines available. Do you think you will modify one by one? It will take few months. Plus, there'll be chances for the mistake also. So this is one of the automation platform which is mainly used for the configuration. I mean, automation and configuration management. When I'm talking about the automation, it means it is mainly used to prepare the infrastructure, and going forward in future, in cloud infrastructure, you're planning to make some changes. That is also possible in single go. Is it clear, Banu?
Yes, sir. It's clear now.
Yes. So yeah, this is one of the very major aspect which Aradhya talked about. So the thing is, uh, not only for the creation of the infrastructure, for its management as well. Like when Aradhya said, like we have to change a property of any resource. So let me give you an example. Like suppose there are 10,000 of machine in a BPO setup or any setup, and we want just to change the size of a virtual machine. Okay, so we know what a size is, right? So changing the size in 10,000 machine, how much time manually it will take? You just think about it. It can take like if you take 1 2 minute for each machine manually, then it will take like 1,000 into 2 equals to 2,000 minutes. Then you can do the maths and understand how many hours it is going to take. Okay, but if we have a IAC with us, infrastructure as a code tool available with us, we will just change a single scenario, single line, and will push that change. All the 10,000 machines will be changed automatically. Okay,
So
so
it is infrastructure means Terraform is used for mainly to infrastructure deployment, right? It's not
So
like
whenever we are talking about the infrastructure, it can be infra services, PaaS services, or something else. Or suppose storage account. Storage account is not an infra service. This is one of the PaaS-based service mainly used in development project. For example, I'm working as a software engineer or data engineer. So what I'll do, whatever the data is generated by my application or data platform will be stored in storage account. Similarly, Azure function, logic app, API management, app service plan, service bus, event hub, queues, topic, or something else. All the other PaaS services. These services also managed by Terraform. Means in nutshell, I'll tell you whatever the resources, whatever the tools, technology resources you're using in cloud computing, all these will be managed through the Terraform in real-time situation. Clear?
so. Yeah. So that means anything which is related to infrastructure or resources, it's like deployment through code. That's what you are talking.
Correct. So not only deployment, management also.
Yeah, management. Yeah.
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 That's why
It's not
beginning
like it's not CI/CD. It's not like it's not development or something. That is not DevOps. That is
whenever
different.
we're talking about the CI/CD, that's why the program is called the Azure DevOps and Terraform.
Oh,
So why Terraform? See, without deployment, this is complete. This is incomplete. Similarly, that means both will have to each other. So both will be available as a single unit. Going forward in future, mean infrastructure management, automation, configuration management, and its deployment. These will be managed through the DevOps and Terraform.
okay. I got it.
Later on, for the time being, we are starting with the Terraform. Later on, we'll integrate DevOps also.
Yes.
I got it. I
So
got it.
yeah, that's the agenda. So once we have written the code,
Yeah, this is the way in real-time situation we are delivering or we are working in any of the project. Almost 100% project, this is the way it is used to deliver any of the solution to the customer.
yes. So first we'll write the code, then we will integrate with our CI/CD so that automation can happen. Okay, we'll write all those pipelines and everything to go ahead and deploy. Now let's go to I've talked a lot about we'll write the code and all. So how we will write the code? And again, I told you we will not be using any language like Java, C, C++ to write these codes. Then how we will write it? So that's a big question, and that might be confusing you guys as well right now. Like whether it would be very tough to understand or learn. So let's go to that aspect. Okay. So let me go to the Terraform website. Okay, let me open it in a fresh window. So in the Google, you can search for Terraform registry. Okay. So you see the first website, registry.terraform.io. Okay, this will be your Bible. Okay, for doing any Terraform job. So once you go over there, okay. So once you go to this website, you will see there are a lot of providers, modules, libraries, okay, run tasks. We would be concerned mostly about the providers and the modules. Okay. So as I go to this website, I can see there are few clouds which I can see: Google Cloud Platform, GCP, AWS, Azure, Alibaba Cloud, Oracle Cloud, Kubernetes. Okay. So like these are featured clouds. Okay. There are a lot of clouds available with Terraform. You can see these many clouds are available with Terraform, and I have list going till page number 143. So like there are these many clouds are available. So there are clouds that we have never heard about, like Alkira, then Alibaba Cloud Stack. Like Alibaba, we have heard, and there are a lot of clouds. Like let's go to page number 4. So you'll see. Okay, so for all these things, Terraform is compatible. Okay, but we would be mostly concerned about this Azure cloud. Okay, in this curriculum. So let's go to Azure. Now you will see all the modules which are available. We'll see this in our upcoming classes. What are these things? Don't get confused. Right now, just click on documentation. Okay, so once you click on documentation, so this is my cloud, and this is called as the provider. Okay, so this provider we will be using for Terraform. Guys, if you have any confusion till here, we are creating the base right now. Okay, and this is the first class, so we are going very easy. So
Yeah.
if you have any confusion, just ask the question, so that you, if your base will be clear, then things in future will be easier. Okay, if your base is not clear, then you will always be confused.
So, guys, today's session is one of the most important session reason. If today's session is not clear or you are unable to configure it, so from next session you'll not be able to start the event development. Again, repeating, this is not a programming language. This is just a scripting platform where you have to write the basic script. Doesn't matter whether you're from development background or not. For example, Virat. Virat is not from the development background, but still since last 6 years he is working on the same platform. So whether you're from IT or non-IT background, if you have the basic understanding of the computer, you can do it. It's a very easy. Maybe in beginning it may take some time, maybe a few days to understand, but after it things are very easy. And remember, you cannot take it lightly. The region almost, if I'm specifically talking about the Terraform, in more than 50% projects running in industry, in backend Terraform is used. Either Terraform or Azure DevOps, or both are used. Overall, if you see the market overall, I mean, I'm going to include these two, around 70 to 75% cases, these two are used. So you are going to target 75% of the cloud market. Even whatever the skill set you have, on top of it, if you're going to mention that you already have worked on the DevOps and Terraform, the interview calls will increase. It's not only about the interview call. In real-time situation, you don't require anyone. Whatever the solution is required, you can start the solutioning, delivery, infrastructure management, coding, pipeline designing, deployment. Everything will be managed by one person. I'll give the example. Since last few years, I'm the part of data engineering. So in my team, almost everyone is working end to end.
Yes, and this not only concerns the infrastructure people, this also concerns the data people, the developers, and everyone. For example, for data, we are talking about data. So and someone from our team works with Databricks as well. So when you work with Databricks or any data resource, so what happens is, inside a Databricks you have to build clusters. Okay, now to build clusters, there is a way you can go ahead and deploy the clusters manually. But what if you have to automate it? Then you can create the clusters using Terraform. Okay, now apart from clusters, if you are using Databricks, so there are times when you have to connect your this data factory with a Synapse workspace, and you want to connect it privately, not through the public endpoints. Then you have to create a managed private endpoints. Now you can create a private endpoint manually as well, by going to Azure portal. But how would you automate it in the production? So for all those purpose, Terraform is used. Okay, so yes, these are the like use of Terraform. Now if you see on the left side, so you will see a lot of categories are there, like functions, Azure AD, B2C, API management, Active Directory, analysis server. So if you expand these, okay, so this is the guidelines. If you expand this, then you will see the resources. Okay, AD, B2C. So like I will show you the resource for virtual machine, which is the like the first thing we create when we learn Azure cloud. So if you see, if you expand the compute, so you will see the virtual machine over there. So Azure RM Linux virtual machine. Okay, then there will be Windows virtual machine as well. Then there is a virtual machine. It's uh, with this one you can create both Linux and Windows. Then there will be specific to Windows virtual machine will also be there. Azure RM Windows virtual machine. So if you open this, you will see how you can create the virtual machine. You will see the example as well. So this is the code I am talking about. So if you have to create a virtual machine, this is the code that you have to write. Simple. And if you run this code, your virtual machine will be created. It's simple. Okay. Now we'll make it more complex, because a virtual machine, like there would be requirement, like not a single virtual machine. We might have to create 5 virtual machines or 10 virtual machines, or we don't know the number of virtual machine we have to create. Then going further in this class, you will understand how we can automate it to create more than one virtual machine with this code, and the number is not specified. The number will not be specified. uh, as many virtual machine you want, you will just um, in the variable section, you will just write the configuration of virtual machine and it will be created. So those kind of configuration we'll do. Now, to create a virtual machine only, like let me go to my Azure portal. Okay. Now, suppose today I want to create a virtual machine. Okay, so I'll go to my virtual machine. Okay, and I'll click on create and click on create a virtual machine. Okay, so this is a standard process. Now you will see there's a lot of things that you have to create or you have to do. Okay, oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, so like first of all, I need a resource group. So see, I don't have any resource group. These are by default resource groups. I cannot create in this. So for a virtual machine, I have to create a resource group as well. So first, I will create a resource group. Then while creating the virtual machine, I have to create a disk as well. Okay, the operating system disk. Then I have to create the networking as well, the virtual network, subnet, everything. Okay, then monitoring as well I have to create. Okay, the management thing also I have to create, whether it will be identity will be assigned or not, auto shutdown, backup, everything. So these are additional resources that will be deployed. If I deploy a virtual machine, then not only virtual machine will be deployed, there will be 6 7 resources which will be deployed with a virtual machine. Okay, so if you see over here, so you will see in the example they are installing, they are sorry deploying these resources as well, like a resource group they are deploying. Okay, then a virtual network VNet they are deploying. Then the subnet inside the VNet they are deploying. Then network interface NIC is required for a virtual machine, they are deploying, and then they are deploying the virtual machine. Okay, now what if I want to connect this virtual machine from a public endpoint? Okay, like taking the RDP and all. So we need a public IP as well. So in that case, additional resource public IP will be needs to be deployed. So we'll have to add those things and then we can go ahead and deploy it. Okay, now question arises. I can, this is an example, right? This part is an example. Now these are the arguments which are written. So what arguments I will write? Okay, like if I have to create a virtual machine and I have to add this public IP address as well, then what argument I will write over here? That question will come. So we can see all the arguments which can be used for a virtual machine over here. Apart from this, no other argument can be used. Simple. Okay, so location I can use, name I can use. For a public IP, let's find for the public IP. Okay, so it's alphabetically sorted, so we will be able to see max bid, then patch and priority. Just a moment. See, we do have public IP addresses available. Okay, now this public IP directly doesn't get assigned to a virtual machine. It basically goes and assigned to a NIC, network interface. So that network interface thing you will be able to find in the network. Okay, so if I go to the network category, Right now, it might be overwhelming uh, to see all this thing, how this will happen, who will help me. Don't worry. We have the curriculum sorted in such a way, like by the end of this complete curriculum, you will be able to understand all this thing. Okay, so you can see, like we have this Bastion host application gateway. Then you will find this network interface as well. See, Azure RM network interface, and this is the place where you will be able to add a, public IP address. Okay. Any question, anyone?
So guys, this website registry.terraform.io is the Bible for the Terraform developers or automation engineers. If you see here, the whatever the common code normally used to develop any of the project is already available. Just go and use the code. But remember, you cannot copy paste the code. You should know the system, how to use, when to use, where to use. There are lots of pros and cons also. So you have to understand the system. Then only you'll be able to design the system. Otherwise, if blindly you're following, then you'll create a problem also. For example, suppose sometimes what happen if you're not skilled, if you don't know how to use it properly, so what it will do, it can delete your environment also. Whatever the resources are running, if you're not good in all these, then it will not only create, it can delete the existing resources also. That's why you cannot blindly copy and paste. You have to understand each and every services, integration, coding, and configuration. Clear to everyone? Ritvik, Banu, Devi, Gaurav.
Yes, sir, clear.
Yeah,
So
clear.
I think these are syntax.
We call it arguments. Yes, you can call it in syntax in a way, but yes, these are we call these as arguments. Okay. So, any other question, anyone?
No.
Okay, perfect. So let's do one thing. Let's try to create a very small resource called a resource group. Okay, using Terraform. So right now we'll not be integrating CI/CD with it. CI/CD is a part of the curriculum. Will like moving ahead, going ahead, will go into CI/CD as well once this Terraform thing clears out a bit. Okay, so uh, to write these codes, we need some software right in our computer to write this somewhere, right? So we call it IDE. Okay, integrated development environment. So the IDE which I use is Visual Studio Code, and it's the broadly used IDE within the whole IT industry. Okay, so you can install the Visual Studio Code. To install the Visual Studio Code, you have to again go to Google, and you can write the Visual Studio Code, download or install whatever is comfortable, and yeah, you can click on again the first link. This Visual Studio Code is a Microsoft tool, and it's available for free. So you can again click on that. For Mac, you can click on the Mac version, download it, and install it. It's a plain installation. You can install with Homebrew as well, but yeah, this will be a simpler installation. So you click on this, it will download your package. Okay, and then you can install it. Okay, and for the Windows users, you can click on this Windows one, and it will start downloading your package. Okay, exe file, and you can install it, Visual Studio Code. So can we do at can we do this right now? Okay, so let's install it.
So guys, these two. One thing is make sure the Terraform is configured in your local machine. The second is Visual Studio, or this is also called the VS Code.
Yeah,
So we have
VS Code.
Microsoft. One is the Visual Studio. Mainly it is used by software engineers. And VS Code, anyone can use it. It's a free of cost. Just download.
Yeah. If you download Visual Studio, that's chargeable at subscription based. VS Code is free. So make sure you download VS Code. Visual Studio, it's used for something else as well.
So everyone, please download and confirm here. If you'll not do it right away, I know later on you will not do it. So it will be better to do it right away. Devi, Gaurav, Banu, Ritvik, Naveen,
Installed, sir.
installed.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yes, install short.
Okay.
Doing it.
Okay. Perfect. So uh, yeah, once you have installed it, then you will see the Visual Studio Code icon. You can open the Visual Studio Code. Okay. And something like this will come up. Okay.
It's a Visual Studio, right?
Visual Studio Code.
Visual Studio Code.
VS Code.
There are two products available. One is the Visual Studio. Visual Studio is mainly used by software engineer or data engineer. In Visual Studio, there are lots of plugins are available. If you are going to install the complete Visual Studio, it will take maybe more than 100 GB. For example, if you work as a data engineer, data scientist, it is supporting more than 44 different languages. So it is not designed for you. So what you can do, you can go with the VS Code. This is free of cost.
Okay.
So VS Code is used by software engineer, automation engineer. In case you want to write the Python code, .NET code, you can use. Ritvik, can you please confirm it's installed at your local machine?
Yes, sir, it is downloading.
Okay.
I think after installing VS Code Studio, we have to install the extension as well, I think.
Yes.
For the
That's the next part.
Mac, for the
Yes.
Mac.
For any operating system, you have to install the extensions as well. So to install the extensions, you will see this icon in your Visual Studio Code once it is installed. So you have to click on this extension.
Your screen is
And
not visible, not sharing, I think.
sorry,
Your screen is not visible.
my screen is not visible. Okay,
Can you show your screen?
yeah, just a moment.
Sir, it is visible, I think. Now not it is not visible.
Okay, is it visible now?
Yes.
Yeah, click on the bring callback. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this is your Visual Studio Code interface that you will see. Okay. So once you have installed it, you can see this icon, this 4 square boxes. Okay, you can click on this extensions and you can install these extensions. Okay. GitHub Copilot for Copilot use, then HashiCorp Terraform. So how you can install is first of all, you have to install Terraform extension. So you can search Terraform over here. Okay, it will show you the extensions available. And the blue tick mark, we know it very well these days. So blue tick means it's verified. So we'll try to install the verified extensions only until and unless we know the publisher or we know it's not a malware. So we'll click on this one, and here you will see a button to install it. In my computer, it is already installed, so I am getting the option for disable and uninstall. So for you, it will show as install over here. So you can click on install. So this HashiCorp Terraform and Microsoft Terraform. These two, could you please install? Okay. And apart from this, uh, also installed YAML, YAML. Okay. So YAML is not required right now, but yes, it will be used later when we will be doing the DevOps part. Okay. So we can install this later as well. That time also I'll tell you how to install it.
We need to install YAML also, sir.
Yeah, well, not right now, but yes, we have to install it. Not today. So YAML extensions will be used once we are doing this um, CI/CD learnings. Okay. So this Microsoft Terraform and HashiCorp Terraform installed, everyone?
Sir, where should I go for that? I
Okay.
opened the.
Can you please share your screen, Amrit?
Yes,
Please
sir.
share
Yes. Sure. Sir, 1 second.
And for the GitHub Copilot chat, I think we need to first log in that. I think.
Yes. So you have to log in using a
Sir,
Microsoft account.
okay, I came here. So,
Mhm.
able to see my
So
screen? Yeah.
yes. So yeah, in the extensions, yeah, you search the extension Terraform, right? Terraform over there. So you see the second one.
Yeah, features. Sir.
No. If in the extension section in the left side, yeah, you see the second one. Yeah, you install this one. Okay, trust publisher and install, and then in the left section only you will see Microsoft Terraform, the fourth one in left side only. Left. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can click install this as well. So this two will be sufficient. See, these are extensions for Visual Studio Code. Okay. With this extensions, you can customize your Visual Studio Code. You can explore this. So there are a lot of extensions available. But why we use this extension is right now we want to write a Terraform code. So we are installing Terraform. So it will help to format my code. Okay, in the Terraform way. Else, what will happen if I don't use the extension? I will still be able to write the code, but every debug, it will just be like a notepad. You're writing a code in a notepad. But once you install the extension, it will give you that environment. Okay.
Okay, once this
So
is done, then I need to click on the YAML file or something.
yeah, you can search for YAML as well in the top where you have searched Terraform. YAML.
Yeah. This one?
Screen is responding a bit slow. So yeah, the first one, which is by Red Hat.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there is a third one, Learn YAML by Microsoft.
Okay.
So you can install this one as well. Okay, so see these extensions, like when you will be writing the YAML part, then it will give you that environment to write. Else, it will feel like you are writing in Notepad with no
Okay.
formatting, nothing.
So how do we know it got installed or not? Means normally.
Yes, you can like whatever you have written, you just remove that. Is a YAML you have written, you remove that. So in the top, it will show you the installed ones. So you
Yeah.
have
Then.
installed a black box or autopilot,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then container tools, Dev containers,
Yeah.
Docker. You have installed Gatelinks. Okay, so these are extensions. So like guys, if you see the current screen which is being shared, so you'll see a lot of options coming in the left side. Okay, and in your VS Code, you won't be seeing these many options in the left side. Okay, why? Because Amrita has installed these many extensions already. Okay, so that's
Yeah,
why.
because I worked on that Dockers last
Mhm,
time.
mhm.
Means we did something for the Docker. And
Yes,
okay. We got installed in Microsoft Terraform, Ash,
yes.
Learn and ML. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so you can
Sir,
stop sharing your screen now.
sir, what are the things we need to install, sir? Only five YAML and Lone YAML
Yes,
and
yeah, and Hashikop Terraform and Microsoft Terraform for now.
four things.
Yes, four things will work. So yeah, let me share my screen again. I will show you few more extensions.
One by one. Bhanu, you have configured it?
Yes, sir.
Can you please share your screen and show me?
Okay, sir. I hope my screen is visible.
Okay, you have installed it. What about Gaurav, Ritvik, Naveen?
Yes, sir. Installed.
Yes, sir. Installed. All four installed.
Naveen, what about you?
For
But I'm
me,
not.
it is not installed. Looks like today is my internet is very slow in my area. Some
Okay, okay.
That I'm not able to download the extension GitHub Copilot check.
Get it.
It's fine.
Okay,
GitHub Copilot. What is the problem? We don't need GitHub Copilot right now, so it's fine. GitHub
Yeah.
Copilot is a AI agent, so we don't need AI agent right now.
so what about Devi? Have you configured?
Sir, I am outside. I am watching through mobile. I will
Okay,
install it, sir.
okay.
Thanks. Sir, this recording will be shared, no, in the portal.
Yeah, please share.
Okay, thanks.
Yes. Okay. So I'll start sharing my screen, and guys, we'll make sure one thing. From the next class, we'll try to log in with our laptop and do the all this thing together, so that we will not left behind. Okay. So okay. So you have installed these extensions, and um, just a moment. So for me, a GitHub Copilot Chat additional it is installed, and then Terraform is installed. The Terraform is installed. Okay. Then I have also installed a Terraform Azure Autocomplete. So this is thing for you to explore. Okay. So
do we
once you
need GitHub to authenticate?
we don't need
It is
GitHub
asked.
to authenticate, because we
Okay.
will be using Git, not GitHub. Okay. So there's a difference
Okay.
between Git and
Okay.
GitHub. Okay. So we'll discuss all this thing. This is part of the curriculum. Okay, don't
Sir,
worry.
you are using GitHub or GitLab, sir?
I am using Azure DevOps.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So there are other extensions as well. Okay. There are other fun extensions as well. Like I can search for theme. Okay, so you can see there are a lot of things. Atom one dark theme. What this will do? This will change my how my Visual Studio Code looks. So if I install this or this Dracula theme, okay, so these are fun extensions. Something like, see, this kind of theme will come. Okay, so let me official Dracula theme, a dark theme for many editors, shells, and more. Okay, so if I install this, then what will happen? See, there are two options. Dracula theme soft. Then my theme got changed. Okay. Okay. And then the other option is this. So like this way, there are a lot of things available. See, when I uninstalled it, my theme got changed again to the original one. Okay. Then this winter ice theme is there. Okay. So this will change it to blue. Okay. So if I install this, now see,
All this, sir.
everything is.
Do we
Mhm.
install all this?
No, no, no. We don't need to install all this. I'm just showing you. Okay.
Okay.
These are extensions. You can explore your extensions. This is a different color you can do and all. Okay. So yeah, you can explore the extensions part. It's a very good thing, and you can do it in your time. Okay. Now the other thing that we will do is just a moment. So we will open a folder. Okay. So now this thing you can watch it right now, and you can do it later. Okay, when you have in your own time. Okay, to try this out. So you can open a folder. So I have created a folder for our course. Okay, I call it ADO Terraform. You can name it anything. You can put your name as well, or you can put any meaningful name over there. Okay, so you can just create a folder and you can click on open. So once you click on open, what will happen is something like this will come up in your Visual Studio Code. So this is the folder or the repository where we will be writing our Terraform code. Okay. Now in this folder, I will create a new file. Okay. So to create a new file in VS Code, you have these two options. Okay. This is new file and this is new folder. So if I want to create a new folder inside this folder, which I have already created, I can click on this. And once I click on this, I have to give the folder name. Once I give the folder name, a folder will be created. Okay, but I don't need a folder right now. I will just create a file. Okay, now Terraform file, the extension for Terraform file is .tf. Like for anything we have extension. If we have a picture, a photograph, then the extension is JPG or PNG. If we have a PDF document, then the extension is .pdf. If you have Word document, then the extension is .docx, right? You have seen that, right? So in the similar fashion, for the Terraform, the extension is .tf. So I'll create a file called main, and I will give the extension name .tf. So once I have given the extension name, so you saw this icon changed, right? See, when I have written main, so it was showing. See, I will write a main only. Okay, now it's a normal text file. Okay, nothing. Nothing is formatted, nothing is done over here. But if I do it as main.tf, so if I rename it, just a moment, main.tf. See, when I write only t, then something else is coming. When I write tf, then I see the Terraform sign came. Okay, now why this Terraform sign came in Visual Studio Code? Because we have already installed the extension, the official extension. Okay, that's why this tf came. Okay, now this became my Terraform file. Now I'll show you one more thing. In your uh, in your drive where you have created that folder, you will be able to see this folder. Okay, sorry, this is the one. And if you open this folder, okay, you will see your file got created. Okay, you will be able to see your file is created, which you have created in your Visual Studio Code. Okay, so right now, what we have to do, we have to today we'll see a very basic resource deployment. We'll deploy a resource group. Okay, only now for Terraform to understand. See, I told you in the starting, Terraform is uh, using Terraform, you can deploy resources in AWS, you can deploy in Oracle Cloud, Google Cloud, Azure Cloud, and there are n number of clouds where you can deploy. So how Terraform will understand which cloud you want to deploy? Okay, so there is something we call provider. I showed you the provider, right? Let me go back to that screen again. Just a moment. So when see, this is my provider, right? So I have to use this provider. Okay, so how can I use this? I have to tell Terraform like I have to use this provider. Now how can I tell Terraform I want to use this provider? So once you are in Azure RM provider, how you will navigate here? So first of all, you wait, you go to Terraform registry. Okay, then you select your desired provider. For us, in our case, it will be Azure always. So you click on Azure. Then you can to use this provider, you have to copy this. Okay, all this line. Now I'll tell you what this is. Okay, so you copy this and you put it in your code. Simple. I have just done Control C, Control V. So cop copying this, it's telling my Terraform that we will be using Azure. We will not be using AWS or any other cloud. We will be using Azure. Okay, now see, let's decode this line by line. What is this? So this is Terraform. I'm writing provider inside the Terraform block. So whenever we open a block, okay, so we give this curly brackets, and to close this block as well, we give the curly bracket. If I forget this curly bracket, then it will start throwing error. You see two written over here. It means there are two errors in this file. Okay, so you will see a underline, red underline as well. So it says unclosed configuration block. There is no closing brace for this block before the end of the file. So now I am able to see these messages and all because I have already installed the extensions. Okay, if I wouldn't have this extension, it would never have thrown the error. Okay, but yeah, still it will not work because it's wrong. But it will not throw the error. Once you have installed the extension, so you will be able to see these errors and debug this. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put a close bracket. Now see, my error is gone. Okay, and why two errors are coming? I have removed one block, one bracket only, because it thinks this is the open bracket and this provider section is inside this. So it will say unexpected block. This provider should not be inside the Terraform. Okay, so that's why if you're opening something, you have to close it. Okay, it's a thumb rule for any coding. You do any kind of coding, C, C++, Java, anything. This is the most important thing. Okay.
So, is there any another extension which diagnose the problem, or this one we recently download?
The one which we have downloaded, it's enough. If you want, you there are millions of extensions available. Okay. Now
No,
you
I want to know, like you said that there is some error. Just we know
yeah
because of the extension. Yeah.
yes yeah, the one which we have downloaded, it's sufficient for now.
Okay.
It will
Okay.
show you the error. Okay. Now see the second line. Okay, so you understood the first line, right? So we are writing the Terraform to give the provider block. Okay, and from where we got it, anytime you are writing a code, So you can go to your just hold on. Yeah, you can go to your mm, Terraform registry and you can copy the provider from here. Okay. Now, just hold on, why this is yes. Now we will write this required providers. So we are telling Terraform what providers we'll be needing. Okay, so the first provider is Azure RM that we are using. What does this mean is we'll be using Azure provider. Okay. Now, apart from Azure provider, we can use other providers as well in the same code. And you will see it is used in actual production. So someone working with Databricks, it's not a Azure resource. It's a third-party resource which is integrated with Azure. So for Databricks, you have to use a separate Databricks provider. So in that case, you will write a Databricks provider as well over here. See, like this. So now I am using two providers. So if I write the code with the Databricks as well, my code will understand. Okay, but yeah, for now, let's remove this. We'll see this later. Right now, we are using Azure RM provider only. Okay, now what are this line number 4 and 5? See, this is source. Like I'm using this provider from where? So from HashiCorp Azure RM, I'm using this provider. Okay, this is the source of the provider and the version. Okay, now this is not your Terraform version. So if I open my terminal and I write Terraform hyphen version. Okay, so it says 1.14.7. Okay, but here it is written as 5.2.0 because this is not a Terraform version. Terraform is Terraform software that we have installed. It has a different version. This is the provider version where you will find this. Again, in the same place, you will be able to find this. But this will always show you the latest version. Sometimes you have to use an older version as well. I will show you. So if you go to documentation and if you search for virtual machine, okay. So we have to go to Azure virtual machine. Okay, Azure Windows virtual machine. Okay, so you will be able to see this is the version that we are writing. Okay, so you see 5.2.0. This is the version, but there are older versions also available. See, these many versions are available. Okay, so sometimes it happens like we have to use the older version. Okay, so we have to use this version. Then we have to change this, like something 4.2, 4.0, 4.2, 4.0, something like this. Okay,
Sir, is there any
understood.
specific conditions when we use the older version?
See, when you
Can
have
we try this now? Afterwards, we can try, sir, all this.
sorry,
We can try now or later on we can try.
which one?
These core, whatever you're writing here, can we practice now or?
No, you see it right now, and later you can try it. You will
Okay,
be
sir.
having full week, and we'll meet again next week, right? So you will be having sufficient time to try. Okay.
Sure, sure, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, right now let's take the latest one. So the latest one is 5.2.0. Okay. Now we can all see version. Either we can strictly mention this version, or we can use incremental as well. Like whatever the latest will be there, we will be using that. So for that, we have to write it's like greater than equals to 5.2.0. Okay. So Oh, wait. Yeah, we will discuss on this. Okay, so there are different constant we can write the version. Okay, major, minor, patch, update, everything. Okay, so here we have to write greater than equal to something like this. Okay, so we'll look into this later in our next class. Okay, else it will be too confusing for today. But right now we are using a latest version, which we can see. Okay, now you understood line number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this closing bracket 6, 7, 8. Okay, what so line number 8 is closing the line number 1 bracket, line number 7 is closing the line number 2 bracket, and line number 6 is closing the line number 3 bracket. Okay, so like this way, we have the brackets. Now, why we have this one? So we have these two lines written because now we have declared like we will be using this provider with this version. Okay, over here. Now we have to configure that provider as well. Okay, now to configure the provider, we have to provide this line. Okay, so provider Azure RM. Like if Azure RM is not declared over here, it would have thrown an error. Okay, so it is declared over here, so it's fine. And you have to write a line over here, a simple line, features. What this block does is, we'll see that later. You have to, so in most of the cases, it will be like this only: feature, open bracket, close bracket, nothing inside. Okay, that's it. Now, now my Terraform file understands what we are trying to do. Okay, it understands like we are trying to deploy something in Azure with these two blocks. Okay, now once these two blocks are written, there are different blocks in Terraform. Okay, again, we'll read all those things. Okay, whatever you are not able to understand, it's fine. And I like expect you will not be able to understand everything today. But yes, there are different blocks. If we are trying to create something, then we call it a resource block. Okay, this is called as a provider block. This is called as a Terraform block. Then we have a resource block. So we want to deploy a resource. What resource it is? It will be a resource group. Okay, so let's create a resource block. Now to create a resource block, you have to write a resource. Okay, so you can write the resource and this name. These two things are very important. Okay, so this says what kind of resource you want to create. Okay, so what is the kind? So I want to create a resource group, so I cannot just write resource group. It's there is a naming convention which I have to follow. Okay, Azure RM underscore resource group. This is the one. So this specifies to Terraform my code. Like I want to deploy resource group and the name. So what is this name? This is not the name of the resource group. This is the name this is for now, just understand it's a it's a just meta name we are giving so that later uh, computer will understand what we are referencing. Okay, so Azure RM resource group, you can write anything over here. You can write RG over here. You can write your name over here. Okay, you can write India over here. It doesn't matter. You can write any name over here. Okay, so generally we write it example or okay, generally we write example or anything that your company says to write. You can write the name. We call this as a identifier. Okay, identifier for this resource. Okay, now inside this block, see it's showing error. Why? Because it says few attributes are required. Okay, few, but it's not declared. It means few things are required. Okay, I will tell you what are those few things. One is name. So I'll give the name of the resource group as test RG. Now this is the name of the resource group. It's again still giving the error. Okay, so name, it is done. Why it is giving the error? Because we have not done the second requirement, which is location. Now, once I have provided the location, it's fine. Now, if I run the code right now, it will fail because location string is passed, but what location it is, we haven't checked it. Okay. So right now it's giving me suggestion to write East US. Let's write East US. But this will again fail. This is, see, if anytime it's giving the suggestion, this is AI which is giving the suggestion, and right now AI is giving a wrong suggestion. This will not work. Okay. So why, I'll tell you. Even if I try to deploy in East US, it will be in this format. Okay, then it will work. Now see, I have written two things. How did I know like these two things will be required? Okay, these questions might be coming in your mind, right? What what things I will write over here? How many things I will write over here? Okay, so see, these are two mandatory ones. Then there are now it is not showing it because I have provided the mandatory ones for creating a resource group. Then there will be other argument as well which I can write. It will be tags. Obviously, we give tags to resource group, right? So created by equals to Terraform or anything. Now this tag will be created. Okay. So this was not triggered. Why? Because it's optional. If you want to give tags, you can give tags. If you don't want to give tags, you don't need to give tags. But these two are mandatory. Without this, a resource group will not be created. But how did I understood? Like I have to put these two things. Now let's see that. Let's go to Azure RM resource group over here. Or you find resource group. Resource. See, we get this Azure RM resource group over here. Now, let me go to latest. I'll say okay. Now you will see the arguments. I told you earlier as well, right? You can see all the argument that you can write. Whatever things which is written as required, you have to provide that. Okay, and whatever things that is written as optional, okay, you can ignore that. Okay, like tag. If you provide or don't provide, your code will not fail. But yeah, it depends. Like your organization want to add tags, then this will be required parameter for you. You have to provide tags as well. Okay, but from the coding perspective, from the design perspective, I'm telling you, if you provide tags, if you provide location and you haven't provided name, then the code will not work. For the code to work, minimum these two things you have to provide. Similarly, let's see virtual network. Okay, VNet. So it will come under networking. So inside the networking, we have Azure RM virtual network. So you will see. See, name is required, resource group name is required, location is required. No, address space is optional. So if you don't provide the address space, it will uh, see, by seeing this, it says it's optional. So if you don't provide it, so it will be created, but it will not get created because see, there is a note written exactly one of address space, which means this, or IP address pool. IP address pools will be written somewhere below. See, IP address pool. Okay, either of this should be there, else it will not create. See, it's written over there. Okay, so then this becomes a mandatory one. Okay, then BGP community optional, DDoS distributed denial of services, so optional, encryption optional, DNS server optional. Okay, then every other thing is optional. Whatever is required, it's written at the top. You got it? From where I have written these two lines. Okay.
So basically here we specify tag just for our convenience.
Yeah. So I will show you. So if you go to your Azure portal and you if you go to resource group and if you try to create a resource group, so see what does it says. You see star. Star means it's mandatory, right? So you have to fill this. So if you write a test RG over there, and region also, you have to give the region name over here. Then you go to next tags. Now in tags you don't see a star because it's not mandatory. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, so we use the tags for our convenience, obviously. So yeah, if you want to add tags, then you add tags. In every production enterprise, tags are used, and tags are heavily used, okay, to segregate the resources. So tags will be there in the production, but from the coding perspective, from the design perspective, tags are not required. Okay, it's are optional. Okay, now I have to run this code. Okay, so from the starting of the session, we installed two things. The first thing we installed was Terraform. So the Terraform should recognize my code. The second thing we installed is Visual Studio Code with extensions, so that we have a place where we can write this code. Now, the third thing that we need to install is Azure CLI. Now, why we need Azure CLI is, see, right now I don't have CI/CD setup. Okay, the automation setup. So I have to run this manually. Okay, manually means I can write the code and I can deploy it uh, by myself. Okay. Um, so it means the code will only be used to deploy, but the automation which will happen to automatically deploy this code is not available right now. Okay, we'll see these things very later in this in our curriculum. Okay, once we are well versed with Terraform. So to deploy this, we have to download a tool called Azure CLI. Now, what Azure CLI does is Azure CLI helps you to log into Azure from your command line. Command line means terminal, PowerShell. Okay. So right now, like if I write easy login over here, okay. So it should understand what I'm trying to do. Okay. See, in my other browser, it opened a tab to log in. Okay. Why? Because I have did a easy login. Now, how it would understand what is easy? Okay. How it would understand what is easy? So for that we need uh, we need to install this az CLI. Okay, how we will install that I will show you. So you can Azure CLI on Windows. You can search install Azure CLI on Windows. You can click the first link, which is a Microsoft link. Then you can click on Microsoft installer MSI. Okay, now you can download the latest MSI of Azure CLI 64-bit. Okay, so it will take some time to download. It's a 66 MB. My internet is not doing very good today, but yeah, it will be downloaded based on your internet speed, and then you can run it to install. Okay. Similarly, for Mac OS, you can go to this install Mac OS, and you just have to copy this, brew update, and brew install Azure CLI, and you are done. Okay. So can we do it right now parallelly?
So just copy the shell command, sir, for Windows.
No. If you see, this is a winget, the first one that you are seeing. Okay. So this winget is similarly like home. We installed Homebrew in Mac. So there might be chances winget might not be in your computer. So the best way to do is click on this Microsoft installer MSI
Okay.
and download this package and install it.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
We need to install that Microsoft CLI, correct?
Yes. No, AZCLI.
AGCLI. Okay, I need to type in Google AGCLI, right?
Exactly. Yes. If you want, I can give you this link as well. I'll copy
Yeah,
paste
I
it.
can give me that. And click this Microsoft installer MSI.
Mhm.
Then
Yeah. You can download a 64-bit package.
okay, 64-bit, yeah. But some of the questions I've seen in that exam, they're asking about CLI. Mhm. Mhm.
CLI, I didn't get you.
No, no, some of the certification exams, I've seen these CLI how to install. Means some commands using CLI. So no, I
Yeah,
understand that.
we will be doing commands using CLI only. Okay. But to use this CLI, you have to install it first. Or you can
No.
see. You can also see the CLI in your Azure portal. Okay, the temporary CLI. So if
Mm,
you click on this link, this icon, so a CLI will open over here. Okay, Cloud Shell.
I'm installing this. So once I
Yes.
install,
Yeah. So once you install, the CLI will be available on your laptop as well. Okay, Ritik, were you able to install it on your Mac computer?
I think it is used by terminal. So I copy paste
Uh-huh. So
command.
it got installed.
I think not now. Can I install with it brew update and brew
Yes, yes,
installed as your CLI?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. You just have to
Okay.
copy and paste this in your terminal and press enter. It will be installed.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So I see few people have installed it. Okay, so let's.
Sir, can I share my screen because before that when we installed Terraform.
Yeah. Sure. So guys, meanwhile he is sharing the screen. Any question, anyone?
Why we need to install the Azure CLI?
See, we will be authenticating using Azure. Okay, how your PowerShell will understand where you have to go ahead and deploy. Okay, then at that time, Azure CLI will be required. Okay, like suppose you are coding in Java, so you have to install the Java, right, before the coding, or anything like you want to play a media like a video file, then some VLC player or some player you have to install it. Okay, so in a similar fashion, like we will be authenticating using Azure, so we need a Azure CLI to be installed.
Sir, this HashiCorp is installed. If you see, like,
Hmm. Yes, it is installed.
yeah. Can I paste now? CLI command.
Yes, yes.
it got installed now.
I
Yeah.
think it says command not found brew.
Okay, just a moment.
But do you need to open that CLI?
No, you don't need to open the CLI. I will tell you. Just a moment. Let me fix. Can you restart your terminal, Ritik? You close this terminal. Yeah. And can you write brew help? Yeah, or
Brew help.
just no, just run this command. Run this command. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So what happens is whenever you install something, so
Yeah.
it in the same terminal in the same session it doesn't run. So you have to restart it.
Okay.
So yeah, Azure CLI will be installed. Now, someone who has installed it on Windows, can you please share your screen?
Okay, I will share.
Install, sir.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and can you open your terminal?
Wait a minute.
Okay, and can you write easy space help or yeah. Okay, now you see a lot of command came. It means easy is installed. Okay, so easy login you can do, or easy logout you can do.
Sir,
There's a
I'm
lot of
not able
commands.
to get that easy help.
Sorry.
I'm not able to see that easy help means show me that command.
Yeah, this is the help only which is opened. Which
No, no.
can
What command you have given? Easy help or something else?
yeah, easy help only I have given.
But it's showing it is unrecognized command.
Can you
Easy space help.
easy space help? Yes.
Yeah, but it's when I shared my screen once.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Now you can share. I will stop my sharing.
Yeah, I'm just sharing it. Yeah, I see my screen here.
Mhm.
Came to PowerShell. I'd given this.
Okay. Have you restarted your PowerShell after installing it?
No, no, no.
Okay. Can you do it that once and try?
Oh, every time we need to do that.
Yeah. So what happens is whenever you install something, the terminal see now it's showing right. So the terminal doesn't understand. Terminal is like raw thing. If it is a software, it will understand, but it's a terminal or a PowerShell, so that's why it
Yeah,
doesn't
thank
understand.
you. Thank
Yeah. So everybody, is it installed?
Yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. Just give me a moment. So I know we are on the top of the hour, but yeah, I wanted to show you just few more things. So if we can stay for like 5-10 minutes more, would that be fine for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. I need this kind of audience. Okay, perfect. So now my code is ready. Okay, it's a very small code, very base code, but yeah, it is ready to be deployed. So how I will go ahead and deploy it? Okay, without a CI/CD. Once the CI/CD will be there, we'll see how to do it. Okay, we'll learn that. But right now my code is ready and I want to test it or I want to deploy it. So how I will do? See, till now we were opening terminal outside of our VS Code. We have terminal or PowerShell inside our VS Code as well. Okay. Now it doesn't mean I cannot install from my external PowerShell, which is available on my laptop. I can do that. But yes, the integrated one is more easier. So how can I open it? Is just a moment. I can click on the terminal it on the top and click on new terminal. Okay. In the similar fashion, Windows machine will be having the same one. So you can click on new terminal. So what it will do in the bottom, it will create a terminal for you. Okay. So you can drag drop it and you will be able to see the terminal. Now to run the Terraform, there are three main commands. Okay. The first command is Terraform init, second is Terraform plan, third is Terraform apply. There are other commands as well, but these three are the most important command which you will use every day once you become a DevOps engineer and you work with Terraform. Okay. What are these? We'll obviously discuss it. Okay. In our next classes. But for today, yeah, we'll do it. Now to do it, let me write the command. The first one, Terraform init. Okay. So once I write the Terraform init and I click on enter, it will create few files over here, few additional file. Okay, what are these files? Again, we'll discuss it in next class. Okay, and these questions, it will come in your interviews as well. Okay, but today let's see it. Okay, don't get confused, just say it. Terraform init is done. Now the second thing is Terraform plan I have to do. I will do a Terraform plan, but this will fail. Okay, this will fail right now. See, it got failed. It says it is not able to authenticate me. Okay, why it is not able to authenticate me? Because I have not done easy login. That's why we installed the easy CLI. Okay, or Azure CLI. So what I will do, first of all, I will do a easy login over there. What this will do, just a moment, it will open my browser. Okay, it will open my browser. It opened on my another browser, but I am logged in from this browser, so I will just copy paste the link over here and click on enter. It will ask me to log in. Okay, so I will click on this one and see, you have logged into Microsoft Azure. That's it. You can close this window. We have to do nothing over there. So we can close this window simply. And if we go back to our console, so we will be able to see that we are able to log in. Okay, and it says it shows me the number of subscription I have. I right now in my Azure, I have only one subscription. In a production environment, in an enterprise environment, you will be able to see hundreds of subscription. So you have to set the name, which subscription you want to log in. Okay, so I will be setting. I have to just give the number. Okay, so I will give the number one because I have only one available. Okay, if I would have hundreds or two or three or four, then I have to select that particular number. So right now I will select one and press enter. Okay, so see, it the login is done. Now how you will check the login is done and it is done to the correct subscription? Because in a CLI window we cannot see the Azure portal, right? So there is a command again, easy command. So it is easy account show. Okay, so if I do this, it will show the current subscription. Excuse me, it will show the current subscription. The name of the subscription is pay as you go. I will show it to you here as well. If you go back and see and click on subscriptions, so you will be able to see what subscription you have. See, I have pay as you go, so same subscription logged in, and a name can be replicated, but this ID will be unique. So let's match this number 545D4. Okay, so you will see the subscription ID over here as well. So it's 545D4. It means my terminal, my PowerShell is connected to Azure now. Now, whatever I try to deploy in Azure from here, it will be deployed to my subscription. Okay, so that's why you need a easy CLI. Now I will do a Terraform plan again. Okay, now it will start planning. What in a nutshell, I'll discuss this commands in our next class, but in a nutshell what this command does is it plans what is getting deployed. So my plans is 1 to add, 0 to change, and 0 to destroy. What does this means is it's adding a resource group and it's not changing anything. As like in the very beginning of the session Aradhya said, and I also discussed, like we can use Terraform to modify or maintain the resources as well. Okay, few things that we can change, we can change. So that's why it says zero to change, because we are not changing anything over here, and zero to destroy. It means it is not deleting any resource. So once this is done, I can put the command Terraform apply. Okay, so once I put this command Terraform apply, as it will create the change, that's why it's asking me to put yes. If I don't put yes, this will not go ahead. So I will put yes and press enter. Then it will go ahead and deploy the resource group for me. Okay. So if you go ahead and if you see here, a resource group will come. It's still deploying. See, it's still creating. Resource group is a very small resource that get created within few seconds. Yeah, see, it says apply complete. Resource one added, zero change, zero destroyed. Okay, so let's go to our this one. Let's refresh this and see. We are able to see test RG. Okay, so that's why infrastructure as a code is used. Now see, to understand this small thing, we took 2 hours. But once you understand all this thing and you have the code written, now next time I have to create a resource group, I just have to go ahead and run this 3 command Terraform init plan apply, and it will be deployed. Now very quickly, very quickly, I will create one another resource. Okay, I will create a virtual network as well. Yes, Gaurav, you have a question.
So suppose Virat, I just want to change the location. For now, it is East US.
Mhm.
Okay, and I have to update to Central India. Then what could be the command, or how can I do this?
Okay, that's a very perfect question, Gaurav. And guys, this question is going to come in your interview. Okay, that's a very perfect question you asked. Let me show you one thing. See, first of all, you cannot change a location. Okay, see, what you can change, it's available over there. Like you can add tags later, right? You can add tags, but you cannot change a location. A resource is deployed in a location, is deployed in a location.
So
It's
can I
simple.
change the replication type? Suppose if I have just selected the LRS and I want to change to GRS.
Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
Yes, you can do that. You can change the size of the virtual machine. You can change the subnet size. You can create a new subnet. Okay, all of the things that can be changed can be changed. Okay, now again, let me go to this particular section. Okay, and you talked about the location. So location we have for virtual network as well. See, location. If you read this line, see this line. Changing this forces a new resource to be created. What does this mean? Is, see, right now I cannot change the location because by design Azure does not allow you to change the location. Okay, but see, we are in a code, so here we can instead of East US, we'll write Central India. What will happen? Let's try Central India. I have written this. See, once you write the code, it will show as a white dot over here. Can you see it? If I hover my mouse, it will show a cross mark, but you can see a white dot right over here, right? And because it is not saved, once you save it, this white dot will disappear. Okay, it means it is saved. Now I have to rerun this code. See, Terraform init, I have to run it once only, until unless I'm changing my provider or something. I don't have to rerun it, so I will not rerun Terraform init. Terraform plan I will rerun. Okay, now you run the plan, so plan will show what is going to be changed. Now what, see, read this, read from here. I have written this Terraform plan. Okay, so what happens? It fetched the state and it says Terraform used the selected provider to generate the following execution plan. Resource actions are indicated with the following symbols: minus and plus. Destroy and then create replacement.
So first I have to destroy the previous one, then I have to create the new one, right?
Yeah, Terraform will do it for yourself. You don't have to destroy it by yourself. It will destroy it for you. Okay. So it says location. See, from East US we are changing to Central India. Right now, see, now we are managing it. Okay. At first instance we created it. Now we are managing it. Okay. So because if I have written the Central India, if it would have been a different IAC tool, it would just gone and created a new um, resource group with the Central India. Okay. But see, Terraform is understanding that you already have a resource group. Okay. So that's the benefit of Terraform, using Terraform. So see, it says this particular attribute is forcing list replacement. So if you see the plan, 1 to add, 0 to change, and 1 to destroy. Because you are not changing it, it will destroy and recreate. And if I do a Terraform apply, okay, then I have to write yes over here again. See, at first it will destroy, it will delete that resource group. And see, today, day one, very important tool. If something is getting destroyed, if you see this in your console and you are new beginner in enterprise level setup, you just go and talk to your senior first. Like, hey, it's saying something, it will destroy. Because if something is destroyed in from the production, if you destroy a resource group from the production, resource group can have multiple resources, then their production will go down. It will incur a revenue loss for them because their business will stand still. Okay, everything will be gone. So see, destruction is completed in 22 seconds. Now it's creating a new resource group. By the time we'll see this over here, it might already have created a resource group. Okay, see, it deleted and created a new resource group with this location Central India. Okay. Now very quickly, I will show you creation of virtual network as well inside this resource group. So resource Azure underscore virtual network. Okay, and instead of name, I'll give example. Okay, now the few things which I have to provide is the name, obviously. So name equals to test vnet is fine. Location Central India, resource group name. Now these three things are mandatory. Also, see, IntelliSense, the autocomplete is not giving a valid um, you know this code will not work, this will fail. I will show you how. So I have a question. Outside the Terraform, but how can Terraform determine whether that change was intentional, accidental? If it cannot determine intent, where should that decision be made? Okay, I have a few questions. If a resource deleted outside Terraform and other resources subsequently created with the same name and identical configuration, why doesn't Terraform automatically recognize it as a original resource? If Terraform declarative, why can't it guarantee zero downtime replacement? Okay, sure, sure. I will answer these questions in our next class. In the interest of time.
One more update, guys. So I just posted a message in the chat window. So this is related to the link, Instagram. So yesterday I started the new Instagram channel. So I'll suggest you guys to subscribe it on regular basis, almost per day. Multiple videos related to cloud, DevOps, and Terraform we are planning to post. So I'll suggest all of you to subscribe this.
So Albe, if I join your Instagram page, um, let's say I'm a student, what all can I expect to see? I mean, is it like,
I'm planning I'm planning to open 2 or 3 different channels
hmm,
front. One
mhm,
is
to create awareness and educate? What else?
correct. Correct. One is for the awareness and educate. Second
Hmm.
is topic wise. Topic wise, there'll be some short videos for 1 minute. So lots of people what they are doing, they are attending or they are not focusing in the sessions. And later
Ah,
on, they are saying, can you please just summarize it for every session? No, suppose there's a topic going on, storage account. Storage account
yeah,
is one of
kind of a. So,
the
so you'll have basically 2-minute video to
correct.
excite and inspire and those kind of things.
Correct. Suppose 20, 30 videos on storage account, 10 video on load balancer, 5 videos on SQL, 20 videos on app service, 30 videos on logic app. So such type of videos I'm planning to post on
I
regular
just
basis.
checked it. It was so much fun. I saw. I mean, you
Yeah.
have. I saw
So
some interesting cart in a. You have built a character, and there were some bricks that were breaking between dev and ops. So that was
Correct.
very very interesting. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a quick learning as well, and it really helps. I learn a lot of things during these
Fabulous.
videos. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, let's get back over here, and we'll try to deploy this virtual network. This will fail. I'll tell you why this will fail. See, my autocomplete doesn't say it will fail, but okay, sorry, my bad. I haven't saved this file. That's why it says no changes is there. Do you see the white dot over here, right? Let me save this. Okay, and let me do a Terraform plan again. See, it says invalid combination of arguments. Okay, IP address pool is not available, or address space is not available. My uh, Terraform registry says address space. Exactly one of address space or IP address pool must be specified. These are optionals. That's why my autocomplete doesn't bothered me, doesn't give me error, but actually it will fail. So I will give the address space, and I can give any address space, and let's give it 10.0.0.0. Okay, /16 or /24. Let's give 24. Invite no field. Now this is giving an error. Okay, because this should be set of string, and I have provided it as a array. That's why it was giving an error. Once I fix this, this will not. What is this quotation? Everything we'll discuss. Don't don't bother about it. We'll discuss what these are. Okay. Now, if I try to do a Terraform plan, now see, my plan will be successful, and it is going one to add. And in the resource group name, I have not provided the name. See, a resource was already getting created, so I have referenced this resource over here. Azure RM resource group dot example means this identifier dot name. So the name is this one. Okay, so it's taking the name from here. Okay, now if I do a Terraform apply quickly, so I have to put the value yes over here and see what it will do. It will go ahead and create a virtual network for me. Okay, so right now, see, it says apply completed. In 7 seconds, it created a virtual network. Okay. If I go to my Azure portal and see the resource group, earlier it was empty. If I refresh this, you will see a virtual network got created. So right like this way, you can create the complete infrastructure. Okay. I will conclude today's session till here only. Any question, anyone? Any last minute question?
Sir, what about in Red Hat Enterprise 8.0, sir? Can we
You
do
want?
it?
Yes, you can do it. But what happens is you won't get an IDE like this, Visual Studio Code in a Red Hat Enterprise. You will get it if you have a UI, but if it is a command line based Linux, you won't be able to get the Visual Studio Code. If it is an operating system with a UI, means like a Windows or a Mac, then you install Visual Studio Code and you can write the code and you can deploy it. It's fine. See, we when we do this automation, then we will create the see automation will run on some computer, right? It won't run on your computer, but it runs on some computer. That computer we keep at Red Hat only, mostly. or Windows Server, not macOS. macOS is used very less. So yes, you can do it. It's fine.
Virat, Radha, this was a fantastic session, and I'm excited to visit you guys next week for this under episode.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Arun.
Thank you for the feedback. Any last minute question, and whatever questions that Arun has posted, I will answer this question. These are very fabulous questions, and it's a interview ready questions. This will be asked in your interview. Okay, so I will answer this in the group chat, or we can discuss it in our next class. In the interest of time, I'm not taking this today. Else it will take a lot of time.
So,
Sure, Virat.
Yeah.
up to today, it was, the session was free, but going forward in future, in case anyone you want to continue and you're planning to enroll, so you can directly ping me.
Sure, sir.
Sure,
Yep.
sure.
Virat sir, can I know something? In the beginning, when we downloading HashiCorp, so here are two types of AMD and ARM. So why we download ARM and AMD not working?
See, it depends on your computer architecture. What kind of architecture your computer is having. So if you right
Okay.
click on your computer, this PC, and click on properties, you will be able to see the architecture you're having.
Okay. And
Yes.
second thing, as you explain every syntax on Visual Studio, and you copy on from HashiCorp website. So is that all syntax are there, or having some more from other that?
For Terraform, Terraform registry is the Bible. Okay, but
Okay.
it has given the argument. It's like in a very simpler way, like line by line arguments. In a production grade, you don't write this line by line. You have to use loops. You have to use for each. You have to use recursion, and there are a lot of things. So
Like it's a beginning. Like in industry, we will move deep in this, I think.
Exactly, you will modify the code. This file which I showed, main.tf, it will not be only main.tf. There will be 6 7 files, or there can be hundred of files that you will be creating. You will be creating modules for each resources, and you'll call the modules. Okay, so yes,
Okay.
those things are done. Okay.
Any last minute
Thanks, sir.
question you have, guys, that you can ask? If
Sir,
not, then we leave the
sir, I am
session.
very new to this Azure, sir. What are the things I need to? What are the logins should I make, sir?
So Aradhya, do you want to answer that question?
Yeah, so Santosh, do one thing, just ping. Do you have my number? Just ping
Yes,
me
sir.
on WhatsApp. Okay, just call me on number.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Okay, sure. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.